We all wear clothes, every single day. It's how we show the world who we are. A bright t-shirt can say you're feeling cheerful. A smart jacket might mean you're heading to work. We think about the color, the fit, the price. But how often do we stop and think about what our clothes are actually made of? It's a question that doesn't pop into our heads much, does it? We see a top we like, we check the size, we buy it. The journey of that top from a field or a factory to our wardrobe is a long one, and that journey has a massive impact on our world. It's time we started looking a bit closer at the labels. Think about your favorite pair of jeans. They feel soft. So let's break it down. What does sustainable fabric really mean? In simple terms, it means the material was made in a way that's better for the environment. Think of it like this. It's grown without loads of nasty pesticides that harm the soil and harm the water. It uses less water from start to finish. It doesn't release harmful chemicals into our rivers. It's a fabric that tries to give back as much as it takes. It's not just about the planet either. It's also about people. A truly sustainable fabric is made by workers who are treated fairly and paid a proper wage for their hard work. If it's a plant, like cotton or hemp, it means it was grown using organic methods. If it's a man-made fabric, it might be created from recycled materials like old plastic bottles. This gives a second life to something that would otherwise just be rubbish clogging up our oceans and landfills. The process of turning that raw material into thread and then into fabric also has to be clean, using less energy. It's easy to see a cheap t-shirt and think you've bagged a bargain, but that low price tag hides a much bigger cost. Let's look at standard cotton. Growing it uses a massive amount of water. It can take up to 2,700 liters to make one cotton t-shirt. That's enough drinking water for one person for almost 3 years. In places with scarce water, this diverts water from communities and ecosystems. It's a shocking figure. Conventional cotton drives huge pesticide use. The chemicals don't just kill insects. They seep into soil, run off into rivers, and can contaminate drinking water. Farmers exposed to these chemicals can suffer serious health problems. Then there's synthetic fabric, polyester and nylon. They're plastics made from oil. Production uses lots of energy and releases greenhouse gases. When we wash them, they shed microplastics. Those fibers pass wastewater filters and end up in rivers and oceans. Fish and other marine life eat them. The plastics move up the food chain. Scientists find microplastics everywhere, in food and even the air. So what can we actually do? But the good news is there are brilliant alternatives out there. You just need to know what to look for. One of the best is organic cotton. Grown without pesticides, uses far less water than regular cotton, better for the soil and safer for farmers. Another great one is hemp, grows like a weed, needs little water or pesticides, returns nutrients to the soil. Hemp fabric is very strong, gets softer with every wash, built to last. Then there's bamboo. When processed in a closed-loop system, it's a solid choice. What about plastic fabrics? There's recycled polyester, often made from old plastic bottles, then crush them into tiny flakes, then melt them down to spin new fibers. This uses much less energy than virgin polyester. Choosing these fabrics makes a real difference. Every purchase sends a message to brands. It's not about perfection overnight, it's about small, conscious steps. That's how we build a better, more sustainable future for fashion.